Hi, Mama Chris. How you feeling?
I think that I'm on the dog walk. I really didn't do crap yesterday, and I took zinc every. I took my CBD stuff. I took my zinc every 3-4 hours, and then I took a zinc and a cold pill overnight.
Oh, good.
And so I slept really soundly, and so I woke up this morning. And sometimes I feel fine, and then I feel crappy. Right now, I just feel I feel okay, you know.
Good.
And I'm hoping that I really knocked it for a loop, because I've got Junebug and a party this weekend, and all sorts of stuff going on. So I need to be good.
Oh, good.
So yeah.
Well,
and Betsy's not doing for good at all. So
is she sick?
About her. No, they just had that great vacation, and now she comes home to reality. I'm not worried at all about Alex, but I'm so depressed I can't even get out of bed. No, you're very worried about Alex.
Oh.
You just don't even know it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I love you. I have 1 minute before my show starts, so I have to go.
Oh, I forgot.
That's okay.
So
I just wanted to see how you were doing. It's okay.
Well,
Yeah.
And you're doing okay, honey?
Oh, yeah, I'm fine. I'm just exhausted, but I'm fine.
One more day of this, or 2 more days?
Till the 31st, till it's over.
Oh, God.
Yeah, that's all right, though. I will talk to you later. I love you.
I love you, too. Have a good show.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you. Bye-bye.
Welcome to Weedsday Wednesday, Tucson, Arizona's #1 online radio podcast about all things medical cannabis. Your host, Belle
and the Cannabis Kid. Our show features news, interviews, and all the latest information about anything and everything medical cannabis related in Tucson, Arizona, and the world at large.
We'd love to hear from you. Please give us a call live at 646-915-8421. You can like us on Facebook, follow us on all social media, or email thctucson@gmail.com.
We'd like to thank Tumbleweeds Health Center and Studio C, along with our many sponsors, for hosting our show every week. With the lowest price certifications in town, you'll find hemp products, accessories, and all things related to medical cannabis education.
Visit Tumbleweeds Health Center at 4826 East Broadway Boulevard or online at tumbleweedshealthcenter.com. And remember,
Be smart
be safe
and educate.
Golf clap. All right. Welcome to Weedsday Wednesday, everybody. How's it going? How is everybody's Wednesday this morning? Woo, I am tired. I am tired today. Yeah, that's how I feel. That's funny. I didn't mean to hit that one, but yeah, that's about how I feel. Yeah. Oh boy, it is a Weedsday. We're almost done and packed up and moved out of Tumbleweeds and over to the Good Leaf, and exhausting. Moving is just exhausting. Moving and dealing with bastards. Bastards suck. Always a surprise going over there. Silver Sister's online. What are you doing online? That's funny. You're supposed to be sitting here across from me. All right. I learned a new trick on my computer, so hopefully I can stop this in time. And pause. Oh, see? Ooh, almost got it. All righty, kids. Good morning. Welcome to Weedsday Wednesday. If you are wondering how many days until Christmas, for the bestie, it's March 26th, 274 days until Christmas, 275 until it's over. That's for you, Mr. Allen. Yep. I got a big pile of bells right there. All right. So how's everybody doing this morning? It is Weedsday Wednesday, March 26th. And it's looking kind of cloudy outside right now. I don't know. Let's find out what the temperature is. We had a 93 degrees yesterday. Yeah, that was a hot one. Summer is starting, although I noticed that we're going to go back to the 70s. Oh, it looks like today's just going to be an awesome cloudy day. That's fun. That's super fun. Only 88 today, and then Saturday and Sunday. And then the following week, we're back down to the 70s. And everybody's crying out there, it's too hot. I think I might be with them. Just kidding. It's not too hot. It's the reason I moved to this crazy state in the first place. I'll never forget, I told my mom, I said, Mom, you're not even going to believe this. There are over 300 days a year of sunshine in Arizona. And here I am. Because my mom and I always ran cold. Always. Poor circulation, I guess. I don't know. Lack of sunshine. All right. So, our welcome to Weedsday Wednesday. We'd like to give a shout out to Tumbleweeds Health Center at 6224 East Speedway Boulevard now. Get on down there and get certified. And you don't even have to go down there. You can get certified online. You can meet with our doctor on your computer, your phone, your iPad, whatever it is. Just have to fill out a little form like you would in the office. And we've got, if you go to tumbleweedshealthcenter.com, there's a telemedicine section and it explains everything to you. Click the button and fill out your form. And you can even book an appointment if you go to our certification section, which I'll read off our certification requirements in a minute. But you can book your appointment right there. I should put the book appointment button on the telemedicine appointment section too, I think, because I just have the fill out the form here section. So, all right, I'll do that. I'll get that. So I'll put that on my list of things to do today. That's a good thing to do. So, if you're in the great state of Arizona and you would like to get certified, this is a list of what you can get certified for. But don't worry if you don't hear what's your ailment on this list here. We can probably get you certified anyway because, excuse me, the great state of Arizona will certify you if you are if you're going through treatment and it's causing something that's on this list. So that's pretty cool. Most of the things, especially PTSD, you have to have your records for something in the last 12 months to show that you have PTSD. We know it doesn't really go away. We know a lot of these things on this list don't go away, unfortunately. But the great state of Arizona would like you to validate that anyway. All right, so if you have PTSD, cancer, glaucoma, AIDS, chronic pain covers a whole host of things. Migraines, fibromyalgia, arthritis, disc disease, IBS, all sorts of stuff. It just covers most anything actually. But chronic to the state means 60 days, 2 months. So you just have to be going through whatever you're going through for 2 months. Severe nausea, all of the seizures, including epilepsy, HIV, Hep C, ALS, Crohn's disease. How many people just yawned after that? Agitation of Alzheimer's. I think there are like 29 different types of Alzheimer's plus dementia. Cachexia, wasting syndrome, severe and persistent muscle spasms. You are eligible for a medical cannabis card if you suffer from a chronic or debilitating disease or a medical condition, or just a treatment for a chronic or debilitating disease or medical condition that causes any of the above conditions. We have a lot of folks that come in, or well, not a lot. We have people that come in with autism, Asperger's, Tourette's, what else? All sorts of things, and they don't necessarily see that on their list, on this list. But whatever treatment you're going through, medication, therapies, whatever it is, it can cause things on this list. So you can get your certification just with that.
From one of these medical conditions and have been diagnosed by an Arizona licensed physician, medical cannabis may help relieve your symptoms. Tumbleweeds Health Center is Arizona's premier cannabis certification, health, and education center. Our primary focus is to help the patients of Arizona obtain their medical marijuana card and educate everyone about medical cannabis. With current medical records, approval is a simple process. Contact Tumbleweeds Health Center to see if you qualify for your Arizona medical marijuana card.
All right, I did it. I stopped it in time. Woohoo! That's right. Give us a call, 520-838-4430. And you can actually call our other shop, which is where we're now located. It's called The Good Leaf. You can actually shop online at thegoodleafshop.com and get your hemp and CBD products. But their phone number is 520-532-LEAF. Yep, 532-5323. Pain in the butt to get that number. And that number is registered in a whole nother town, which is really weird. I don't know why they gave it to us. But it's registered completely somewhere else. No idea how they do that. Why they did that. Silver Sister's pulling up. Beep, beep. All right, so let's find out what's going on in the world of weed today. I wish I could say you could call in live, but you can't. I don't know how to do that. We'll have to figure out how to do that. I wish you could on YouTube, but you can't. So at any rate, woohoo, we are going to get to some news. Let's find out what's going on in the world of weed. The Arizona Attorney General warns retailers that THC-infused products are only legal at dispensaries. THC-infused. All right. Well, the Arizona Dispensary Association, the ADA, is alerting businesses and consumers to the notice from the Arizona Attorney General's office, reinforcing that the only legal place to produce, sell, and distribute THC, and thus for consumers to purchase TA products in the state, is through licensed dispensaries. Now, folks, I'm going to make a disclaimer myself. They're talking about THC products that are higher than 0.3%. So you guys can keep your high THC products, and we'll keep our low THC products. The official clarification gives businesses a 30-day compliance period before enforcement action begins. Quote, "This is a critical step in ensuring the safety of our communities, families, and consumers, said Ann Torres, Executive Director of the ADA. Arizona's cannabis program is highly regulated, and the safety of consumers is our industry's top priority. The Attorney General here in town, for Silver Sister that missed it while she was walking in, said that only THC products can be sold at the dispensaries. The ADA is committed to elevating this conversation to prevent unintended consequences, ensuring that all stakeholders, including businesses, law enforcement, and consumers, fully understand the law's enforcement. The association will work closely with organizations such as the sheriff's offices, the police, and the county's attorneys to spread awareness and support compliance efforts. Quote, there will be no THC sales outside of licensed dispensaries in Arizona. Businesses and consumers must understand the legal requirements to avoid serious penalties, added Ann Torres. The ADA urges all affected parties to stay informed and take necessary actions within the 30-day compliance window. Public awareness is key, preventing individuals from unknowingly violating the law. Well, ADA and the AG and anybody else in Arizona, again, leave the people with the 0.3% THC products alone. They're not harming you. They're not taking your business away. Just because you guys charge too much in taxes and you're rude to medical marijuana patients doesn't mean that people have to stop selling the 0.3% or less of the THC products. I'm really upset with Arizona's program for the medical people, because I can't tell you how often, and myself personally, I'm not just saying this because to just say it, but I've been treated so rudely as a medical patient. Who's that? Wondered if that was you. Who is it? Hello. Howdy. Master Solom, I think. Anyway, good morning. But yes, 0.3% products are fine according to the 2018 Farm Bill. I know that they're, howdy. I know that they're concerned when companies are selling over 0.3%, and that's fine. That goes to the dispensaries. You guys have your place, and all the other shops have their place. So don't you worry about it, and don't be sending the sheriff out to teeny tiny little hemp stores who are in compliance, because that's just uncool and mean. Don't be a bully. Don't be a bully. You sell your weed, we will sell ours. Oh, cuz like I tell everybody, we have decaf weed. That's right. Ours is not as strong. So, if you want that super strong stuff, I tell people, go to the dispensaries. In fact, oftentimes people will come into our shops and I'll say, look, this might not be strong enough for you because, like I said, ours is decaf weed, and you can only get 0.3% or less. I don't care what company tells you, it's 5 milligrams of THC. Well, it is. It's 5 milligrams, it's 10 milligrams, it's 25 milligrams, and it's 0.3% or less. So, work with that, deal with that, and that's just the way it is. So you guys keep your stuff separate, and we'll keep ours separate, and we'll go on our merry way. Let's see. There's a new THC beverage available in Arizona. If you're 21 and over. Update on March 24th. That was just a couple days ago. Another one. Here we go. The Arizona Attorney General's office issued a notice telling the Arizona retailers that THC-infused products can only be legally sold in dispensaries. I don't know why AZ Marijuana is putting this all over their articles, but again, 0.3%. Retailers have 30 days to discontinue selling THC-infused products. Well, we have 0.3% or less of those products. So you guys can just deal with that. Trulieve, a top cannabis company in the U.S., launches Onward, a non-alcoholic THC beverage offering a modern alternative for social occasions. The Farm Bill compliant beverages are now available online and shipped directly to consumers in 36 states, including Arizona. You have to be 21 years or older to purchase that. Onward beverages come in a variety of delicious flavors, including blueberry mojito, Italian spritz, passion fruit martini, peach bellini, and sea salt margarita. These low-calorie, non-alcoholic cocktails are crafted in the USA using naturally derived THC and CBD with no artificial flavors, colors, or sweeteners. Yay! We will clap for that. Everybody should get away from all that crap. And there's a new natural way to sip, socialize, and savor the moment. Quote, drawing on our vast experience in cannabis product development, Onward Beverages powered by True Leaf are expertly crafted to align with evolving consumer preferences, said True Leaf's chief executive officer, Kim Rivers. Quote, we are excited to introduce this innovative and federally compliant beverage line to those seeking a new alternative form of refreshment. Onward Beverages uses a proprietary formulation, which means it's secret, and manufacturing process to provide a consistent experience in every can. Well, that's awesome. And I hope that they are going to be consistent with it. Let's see, I was just checking out to see if on every single article they're going to announce that you have to have 0.3% or less of THC, because we already know that, you guys. We already know that, and we're in compliance, so calm down. You guys are just upset because hemp and CBD shops are taking money away from the dispensaries because A, you guys charge too much for taxes. Yeah, hello. And B, we're a whole different kind of shop. You guys have all the THC. So just leave everybody else alone. You stay in your lane and everyone else will stay in their own lanes. All right, what else is going on in the world of weed? World leaders vote to ban HHC, listed as Schedule II drug. Well, this isn't the best news this morning, is it? Find something uplifting in a minute. The U.S. sat on the sidelines as world leaders at the United Nations Commission on Narcotic Drugs, CND, approved a recommendation from the World Health Organization, the WHO, on March 12th to ban the cannabinoid HHC on the international stage. Although the U.S. delegation abstained from casting a vote, the approved recommendation could ultimately impact how HHC is classified in America, as well as the broader debate on how cannabis is scheduled. HHC, or hexahydrocannabidiol, is a semi-synthetic compound that's converted from THC using a hydrogenation process. While it's not new, American chemist Roger Adams discovered HHC in 1944. Oh my Lord. By adding 2 hydrogen molecules to delta-9 THC. The intoxicating cannabinoid became more well-known in the U.S. in late 2021 when manufacturers began selling products with HHC converted from hemp-derived cannabinoids such as delta-8 THC. Although some say converting hemp-derived cannabinoids to HHC is compliant with the 2018 Farm Bill, which federally legalized hemp in the United States, Dr. Ethan Russo, MD, a board-certified neurologist, told Cannabis Business Times in February of 2022 that the Federal Analog Act of 1986 prohibits drugs or molecules that are made from a Schedule I or II controlled substance, notably if they are, quote, substantially similar, quote, and intended for human consumption. This week in Vienna, the United Nations CND voted to classify HHC in Schedule II of the 1971 Convention on Psychotropic Substances, an international treaty designed to restrict the diversion and abuse of certain drugs. CND delegates at the session discussed how HHC can be inhaled, consumed, and absorbed sublingually, Portugal-based Canna Reports reported. 48 countries cast favorable votes, including Canada and Uruguay, where adult use cannabis is federally legal. Federally legal, not illegal, which was more than 2/3 majority needed to pass, according to the news outlet. The United States, however, abstained from voting. Following the adoption, the U.S. Mission to International Organization in Vienna issued the following statement. Quote, while the United States supports the use of international scheduling system to make scientifically informed decisions about international drug control, we were unable to vote on the proposals to place HHC, hexahydrocannabidiol, into Schedule 2 of the 1971 Convention on Psychotropic Substances, and to place carisoprodol into Schedule 4 of the 1971 Convention. Nevertheless, both of these substances are already controlled in the United States at levels that will allow the United States to meet its international obligations arising from the CND's decisions today. Quote, unrelated to cannabis, casoprolol is a U.S. Food and Drug Administration, FDA, approved drug that relieves discomfort associated with acute, painful musculoskeletal conditions, according to the National Institute of Health. For HHC, debate on its legality in the U.S. has continued during the past 3 years, while many industry stakeholders claim that HHC naturally occurs in trace amounts in cannabis. CBT learned in early 2022 that those claims had not been proven by peer-reviewed research. In October 2024, the WHO issued a report on HHC suggesting that semi-synthetic cannabinoid, quote, may, quote, be present naturally in the cannabis plant in trace amounts. Not yet, Mama Kitty. Don't you yell at me either. I'm getting yelled at by Mama Kitty. However, in April 2024, a letter to the Louisiana Department of Health, the U.S. Drug Enforcement Administration, the DEA, determined that, quote, HHC does not occur naturally in the cannabis sativa L plant and can only be obtained synthetically and therefore does not fall under the definition of hemp. This position fell in line with an earlier letter the DEA sent to international cannabis attorney Rod Kite, declaring that Delta 8 THC and THCO acetate were Schedule I controlled substances. HHC specifically is commonly converted from THC in a hydrogenation process that involves adding hydrogen while using a metal catalyst like palladium that is liable to ignite spontaneously upon exposure to air. Holy crap. Cannabis scientist and educator Greg Gerdeman, PhD, told CBT, Cannabis Business Times in 2022, the same hydrogenation process is used to convert vegetable oil into margarine. Despite the DEA's position that HHC, Delta 8 THC, THCO, and, quote, all synthetically derived tetrahydrocannabinols, quote, fall under the list of Schedule I substances, the U.S. Court of Appeals for the Fourth and Ninth Circuits have offered rulings that contradict the DEA's viewpoint. The Fourth Circuit ruled in September of 2024 that THCO meets the legal definition of hemp under the 2018 Farm Bill, applying many of the same considerations that the Ninth Circuit used in its May 2022 ruling that Delta 8 THC is legal under the 2018 Farm Bill. Excuse me for a moment while I bust out of here. Yeah, okay. Okay. Sorry about that. I had crazy noises from Facebook Marketplace trying to buy things from Tumbleweed. Okay, let's see. The Fourth and Ninth Circuits hold jurisdiction over 13 states and 2 U.S. territories where these synthetically derived hemp cannabinoids are considered federal legally by the judicial branch. However, products containing these cannabinoids can be prohibited or regulated by state or local laws. But where does HHC in the U.S. stand following the CND's Schedule 2 approval on March 12th? Attorney Jason Adelstone with Harris Slowoski LLP offered his take on the impact of the CND's scheduling decision in a Canna Law blog on March 14th. Quote, should the Attorney General, Pam Bondi, schedule HHC pursuant to treaty obligations, it may raise concerns regarding the unconstitutional delegation of legislative authority to a foreign body. Quote, he wrote, Adelstone outlined several scenarios that could play out between Bondi and U.S. Health and Human Services Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr. in the coming months. Sorry, but if you've seen Robert F. Kennedy Jr. lately, Looks like his liver's having problems. Quote, assuming Secretary Kennedy and Attorney General Bondi adhere to 21 USC 811 and complete a review of HHC, or at a minimum order that HHC be added to a CSA schedule, then the process and HHC's ultimate placement could provide valuable insights into the broader cannabis scheduling debate, the attorney wrote. While potential action in the executive branch could take more than 6 months to unfold, U.S. lawmakers continue to target the definition of hemp in a Farm Bill reauthorization package that's been on the back burner since 2023. Again, guys, leave the 0.3% alone, and you guys are just jealous that some of these other stores are making more than you. So just come on, bring it down now. It's hard to know though. So you know what we'll do? We're going to look up the scheduling of drugs just so that you guys can, after our favorite song, we'll play that. We'll take a look at that, and we'll find out just where everything is in scheduling, and so you can be a little more educated. But you know, this debate is going to go on and on and on until our silly federal government just finally decides to make cannabis sativa L legal and be done with it, so that all this stuff is for everybody. I mean, who are you guys to say what's good for one and not for the other? It's not your body. Again, leave everybody's bodies alone. You got a bunch of weed smokers out there that are just trying to cure some diseases and chill out. I don't think that's a very big problem. But you guys see it as a problem because it means you're not going to make money on it. And that's just selfish. Yeah, selfish. Oh, yeah. This is a crazy sound. All right. If you're tuning into the show right now, thank you. This is Weedsday Wednesday, brought to you by Tumbleweed Health Center and the Good Leaf, now both located at 6224 East Speedway Boulevard. Come on down and get certified. Come on down and get some information. We'll talk with you all about these things. We've got a whole host of products down there for you to check out, including legal mushrooms. So come on down and get some of those. All right. If you want to get certified in the great state of Arizona, you can do so at tumbleweedshealthcenter.com. You don't even have to be in the room with us. You'll be in a virtual room, and you can chat with one of our doctors virtually on your phone, your iPad, your iPod, your computer, wherever you are, the library. It doesn't matter. Just get on down. Come on down. Book your appointment. If you go to the telemedicine section, just click the button. Otherwise, you can book your appointment right online, or you can just call us, and we'll book it for you. Oh!
I'm gonna smoke some weed. I got $20 in my pocket. I'm a hunt, looking for a pot shop. This is fucking awesome.
Walk into my house like, what up? I got some good pot. I'm just pumped up, got some herb from the pot shop. Ice in the fridge, it used to be frosty. My friends like, damn, that's a stone nest, okay. Rolling in hella high, looking like it's FIFA time. Dominating all my friends as I eat some chili fries. Draped in a snuggie with my girl sitting next to me. Probably shouldn't have had a big gulp full of iced tea. But shit, it was 99 cents. I'll be blazing and smoking, about to go and get some munchies. Then passing up on those cracker jacks, Reese's Pieces of where it's. I gotta get me some soda. Cotton mouth has been creeping up, but can't remember where I put my keys. Yeah, that's what's up. I'ma take your grandpa's ride. No, for real. Ask your grandma, can I take a 65? The bill cruising to my local Publix. Nothing better than rolling with two super fly chicks that have frozen burritos. I bought frozen burritos. I bought some Ben and Jerry's, and then I bought some Cheetos. Hello, my main man Obama. A couple states have just reformed their laws on marijuana. What you gonna do? Send the feds there? Hell no. The ears and be like, oh, they got volcano.
I'm gonna smoke some weed. Only got $20 in my pocket. I'm a hunt, looking for a pot shop. This is fucking awesome. I'm gonna smoke some weed. Only got $20 in my pocket. I'm a hunt, looking for a pot shop. This is fucking awesome.
What you know about the science of marijuana? What you know about people suffering from glaucoma? They need it, it helps them with their condition. If you don't believe me, then just ask some physicians. Think your granddad was voting for that guy. Richard Nixon is the president who made the plant illegal. But science is now showing that it's medicine for people, and the private sector's fighting to keep all of that illegal. Alcohol and tobacco, pharmaceutical prisons. I think those four major lobby groups who fight those motherfuckers. They're making money day and night, all those motherfuckers. And Friday Congress out of sight, all those motherfuckers. They be like, oh, it's immoral and unhealthy. I'm like, how many people are you making wealth? Anti-marijuana lobbies are making all kinds of profits, and they don't want you to stop because of all the specialty interest. I call that getting swindled and pimp shit. I call that getting tricked by the government. That law's hella old, so it's time to update it, regulate it, and then get it under state control. Peak game, looking to my political telescope. Think it's gonna stay like this forever? Not hella won't. Not hella won't. Hey, Obama, stop being a hypocrite. You used to smoke weed, fool.
I'm gonna smoke some weed. Only got $20 in my pocket. I'm a hunt, looking for a pot shop. This is fucking awesome. Let's end the war on drugs. It's time to pull the plug. These special interest groups are nothing more than corporate thugs. Let's end the war on weed. The people have agreed. These special interest groups have built these laws with bribery. I'm gonna smoke some weed. Only got $20 in my pocket. I'm a hunt, looking for a pot shop. This is fucking awesome.
I can't believe, I seriously can't believe how fast that goes by. That is just crazy. Welcome back to Weedsday Wednesday, kids. I meant to hit the commercial and then bop into our song, but that's all right. We bopped early, and I love that song, and I will always play it. It's a weekly fun thing. We just need to get some updates. We need to talk to Steve Burke and get him to write a new song with some updates for the 2025. I can't even believe it's 2025. There are only 274 days until Christmas. 275 until it's over. There you go, Silver Sister. It's your countdown. 274. Get on it. All right. Well, thanks for tuning in. Weedsday Wednesday, Tumbleweeds Health Center, The Good Leaf. You're all right. Falling cannabis prices meant less revenue for Arkansas dispensaries in 2024. Ooh, where is it? Where is it? Not crickets. All right. States licensed retailers sold 21.5% more pounds of medical cannabis in 2024 than in 2023, but revenue shrank 2.5%. Demand for medical cannabis in Arkansas reached an all-time high in 2024, but the state's 37 licensed dispensaries did not reap the rewards of moving more product across the counter. That's because, despite qualified patients purchasing a greater volume of cannabis in 2024, they spent a total of $275.9 million for their products, representing a 2.5% dip compared to the $283 million spent in 2023, according to the state's Department of Finance and Administration. Getting more bang for their buck in 2024, Arkansas's roughly 110,000 active patients purchased 75,598 pounds of cannabis, or 21.5% more than the 62,227 pounds they bought in 2023, according to the DFA. Quote, lower prices were a key reason for the increase, DFA spokesperson Scott Hardin said in a media release. Arkansas concluded 2024 with more than 24 million in medical cannabis sales, with 6,721 pounds sold in December. That is a lot of weed, kids. The state's dispensaries have recorded more than $1.3 billion since the first store opened in May 2019, according to the DFA. Okay, we have a lot of dispensaries in the U.S. now. Where is all that money going? Because we keep hearing about all these programs that they're going to do this good and that good and rebuild the roads and fix the schools, or was it fix the roads and rebuild the schools? I don't know. But I'd like to see a program that shows each state and what they've done with all their money. Let's get that one. The state collected more than $31 million in tax revenue from the cannabis industry in 2024, including nearly $16 million in Arkansas's 6.5% sales tax on retail and cultivation sales and $15.2 million on the state's 4% privilege tax on sales made from a cultivator to a dispensary, according to the DFA. Since the program launched in 2019, medical cannabis dispensaries have generated roughly $150 million in state tax revenue. See, open hour, where did that go? Suite 443, the state's first dispensary, interesting name of a dispensary, led Arkansas with 730 pounds of medical cannabis sold in December from its Hot Springs location, while Natural Leaf in Sherwood sold 547 pounds in December. Much better name, guys. And Crop in Jonesboro sold 419 pounds, according to DFA. 11 of the state's 37 dispensaries reported fewer than 100 pounds sold for the month. While cannabis activists from Arkansas for Patients Access, APA, attempted to expand the state's medical cannabis program through a citizen initiative ballot measure in 2024, the state Supreme Court ruled in a 4-3 decision in October that the ballot title for a proposed amendment was misleading, and therefore election results for the measure would not count. The ballot measure, Issue 3, proposed expanding Arkansas's existing program by increasing the number of qualifying conditions, allowing additional types of healthcare professionals to certify patients, and enabling patients to grow cannabis at home, among other provisions. And that's what you have about Arkansas. But that's the problem when you introduce a bill or legislation or anything and you ask for more than one thing on the bill. I don't know what it is. I don't know if they're getting confused, but they can't handle it. If you ask for more than one thing, so Arizona asked for the state to lower the federal fee from $150 to what was it, $50? It was supposed to be $50 bill, $50 bill. And then they went ahead and I don't know why they did this, but they asked for ailments that were already on the list of approval. And then they asked for ailments that people are like, oh my gosh, there's no way we're going to approve that with more research, which they already have. Like, what was it? Asperger's, autism. Yeah. And, you know, I don't know why that's not on the list already, but what were the conditions that we got added? Did we get any added, or is it the list that we have now? Huh? Just PTSD was the only one that was added after everything. Yeah. So anyway, here's the list of what you can get certified for in the great state of Arizona. PTSD, which you have to have medical records for at least within the last 12 months. Cancer, glaucoma, AIDS, chronic pain, severe nausea, seizures, including epilepsy, HIV, Hep C, ALS, Crohn's disease, agitation of Alzheimer's, dementia, cachexia, wasting syndrome, severe and persistent muscle spasms, including multiple sclerosis. And don't worry if you didn't hear your ailment, something like autism, Asperger's, Tourette's, DDD, leg cramps, IBS, things like that. If you're being treated for any of those things and they're causing something on this list, then you can get treated for that. You can get your card for that, so don't worry.
If you suffer from one of these medical conditions and have been diagnosed by an Arizona licensed physician, medical cannabis may help relieve your symptoms. Tumbleweeds Health Center is Arizona's premier cannabis certification, health, and education center. Our primary focus is to help the patients of Arizona obtain their medical marijuana card and educate everyone about medical cannabis. With current medical records, approval is a simple process. Contact Tumbleweeds Health Center to see if you qualify for your Arizona medical marijuana card.
Yes, give us a call, 520-838-4430. You can also call our new shop, which is where we've located, at 520-532-LEAF. That's 5323. So, yes, let's see what's going on. Not a fan of crop. How come? Tell me what about crop you don't like. Oh, they're kind of snooty. You'd rather go to the vault. Okay, there you go. That's helpful. Yeah, we don't like snooty, we don't like rude, and we don't like uneducated. There is a huge lack of education in the quote unquote bud tender world. I hate that word, bud tender. You're not a bartender, so don't think you're selling this stuff like alcohol. Unless it's recreational, call yourself whatever you want. But if you're getting this medically, then you know what? We need to come up with a different term. How about, oh, I don't know. We'll figure it out. Okay, let's see what else is going on. Nebraska Attorney General sends cease and desist letters to 104 Omaha shops for selling THC products. All right, we read about that already. Well, we didn't read about that in particular, but we read that here in Arizona, they're probably going to be sending letters to everybody as well. But you got to remember, the hemp and CBD, the hemp and CBD products that we sell are 0.3% or less of THC. So keep that in mind. We're not a dispensary, even though I don't know why it says we are online, but we are not. We are a dispensary of decaf weed, if that's what you're looking for. We got that in abundance, but we don't have what the dispensaries have. So I think you guys should just focus on your dispensaries and quit picking on the little guys that are just trying to sell the hemp and CBD products, because you guys sell those too. So it's not like we're calling you guys out and saying, oh, you can't sell anything that's 0.3% or less. That's funny. All right. Let's see. There is a lot of news on here in the world about banning things. Why don't we just start approving things so people can get their lives back together? All right. Let's see. What else? News around the world. Did you ever see that movie with Tom Hanks? It was pretty good. It was a Western, of course. Open Hour. Did you catch that funny Western I was in? Okay. Let's see what else is going on. Let's check out hemp today. South Africa reverses hemp food ban, pledges broader industry consultation. All right. Let's see. South Africa's health ministry has withdrawn controversial new regulations that would have imposed a blanket ban on food products containing any part of the cannabis plant, including hemp-derived ingredients such as hemp seed oil and hemp seed flour. The reversal follows backlash from industry stakeholders after South Africa's Minister of Health, Aaron Motsoaledi, announced the rules earlier this month, reflecting policy at odds with those of President Cyril Ramaphosa, who has touted hemp's potential. In a statement, presidential spokesperson Vincent Magwena affirmed Ramaphosa's support for further consultation and public participation in the regulatory process, calling for balanced rules that limit health risks while capitalizing on hemp's economic opportunity. See, that sounds good. The now withdrawn regulations published earlier this month under the Foodstuffs, Cosmetics, and Disinfectants Act. Oh my gosh, say that 10 times fast. Foodstuffs? Seriously, that's their word. Foodstuffs. Literally spelled FOODSTUFFS. Foodstuffs. Cosmetics and Disinfectants Act prohibited the sale, importation, and manufacture of any foodstuffs containing hemp or cannabis-derived ingredients. Specifically, the regulation stated, quote, no one may sell, manufacture, or import processed or unprocessed foodstuff containing A, any part of the plant or component from the genus Cannabis, which includes C. sativa, C. indica, and C. ruderalis, or B, hemp seed oil or powder from any component derived from the genus Cannabis sativa L and various species or subspecies in the genus Cannabis sativa, quote. Quote, the Department of Health will continue to consult broadly before publishing the revised regulations, the government said in a statement. With the regulations now rescinded, the Department of Health will return to consultations with industry players and other stakeholders before finalizing a new regulatory framework. Industry representatives have urged the government to adopt a science-based approach that distinguishes between non-psychoactive hemp products and intoxicating cannabis derivatives to avoid unnecessary disruptions to the market. The sudden policy shift had left many in the sector scrambling for clarity, with legal challenges looming before the government withdrew the regulations. Industry representatives argued that it directly contradicted South Africa's previous commitments to developing the cannabis and hemp industries and would be a step backward for a sector that President Ramaphosa had championed. Hemp advocates also noted that hundreds of government-issued hemp cultivation permits, primarily for food-related hemp seed production, would have been rendered meaningless by the regulations. Legal experts warned that the regulations would have criminalized previously legal activities and disrupted businesses already operating under existing health product exemptions. Well, again, I think the whole world needs to just legalize weed so that we don't have all these problems. I mean, look at the billions of dollars we're spending on trying to figure out what's legal and what isn't. It's a plant. Just legalize the plant, guys. It's a freaking plant. Just like they should let shrooms and whatever else that you want to do that's natural be legal. The thing is, if you're going to do a drug, do it in the privacy of your own home or go out in the wilderness or whatever you need to do, but leave other people alone. I think that's the big problem, is that, people can't handle their drugs. Oh, that's okay if you haven't seen it. I'm not worried about that. But, people that can't handle their drugs should be in the privacy of their own homes, because you get a lot of people out there who will do a lot of drugs and then go and steal and do things to other people that they shouldn't do and cause a whole lot of problems. And it's the black market, and it's the meth heads, and it's all the human traffickers and everybody else that are giving drugs a bad name, because drugs in and of themselves are not bad. It's the people. It's like the gun thing. Come on. Okay. Let's see. Texas Senate passed an intoxicating hemp ban 24-7 as other states advance crackdowns. Yep. Opposition party calls for a reversal of ban on hemp in South Africa. We just read about that. It's a different one. $5 million study will look at effects of biochar hemp farming on soil health. What is that? Brussels delays action in Italy's restrictive hemp laws, leaving CBD industry in limbo. Moldova grants a first authorization for hemp cultivation, ushering a new era. All right, let's read something positive. Moldova has officially entered the industrial hemp sector, issuing its first authorization for hemp cultivation under new regulations that open the door for fiber and seed production. Golf clap for that. The approval granted by the Agency for Medicines and Medical Devices through its Standing Committee on Drug Control marks a significant step in the country's agricultural policy. Oh boy, there's a one free article limit on hemp today. You have to subscribe or log in to read the rest of the story. Well, guys, hemp today, you stink, and we're just not going to finish reading that. Sorry, guys. There are other places to get news, and I guess hemp today is not one of them. That's really lame. Oh, check this out. This is going to be funny. Not really positive, but did we read this? The DEA promotes an anti-420 day contest. Did we read that one already? It kind of sounds familiar. It's for young people to flood Instagram with marijuana warnings. Oh my God. The DEA, the Drug Enforcement Administration, is promoting an anti-420 day campaign that's recruiting students to send short videos. I think we did. You may have been in the truck on the way to work. Warning their peers about marijuana use in a bulletin that was distributed on Tuesday. DEA's justthinktwice.com site shared details about the campaign, which is being run by the anti-cannabis organization Johnny's Ambassadors. Who are you, Johnny? Quote, be an Instagram influencer for an anti-420 day, the message says. Quote, Johnny's Ambassadors is hiring teens and young adults, high school and college students, to create original videos about the harms of youth THC for the anti-420 day. The plan is to flood Instagram with the short form videos that would feature students talking about why young people should not use THC. Students would be eligible for a $25 Amazon gift card for a personal video, $35 for a group video, and $50 for a professionally produced educational video or skit with adult sponsor supervision. Now, how can you tell what's professional and what isn't? Seriously, guys. Quote, your video should either be an educational youth THC prevention video on why young people shouldn't use THC products like vapes, dabs, weed, edibles, gummies, or a personal story of how you've been impacted by THC use. Yourself, a friend, a family member, a loved one, the organization said. It also provided examples of potential prompts, including explainers on, quote, why THC impacts athletic performance on a team, quote, and busting commonly held but incorrect myths about THC. Quote, tell a personal story about how you've been negatively impacted by THC use, or perform a skit or drama to educate other teens why using products with THC is bad for you. The description from Johnny's Ambassadors, which was founded by the parents of a child who died by suicide after consuming high-potency marijuana concentrate, says, there are some restrictions on the content. Okay, guys, we didn't kill anybody. If this person committed suicide, that is a tragedy, and that is beyond sad. But it didn't happen because they used weed, unless it was laced. But obviously, they had some psychological problems, and it probably didn't matter what they were going to use, that was going to happen. So sad, and I understand parents want to blame somebody or something, but do some research, folks. There are some restrictions on the content, including a ban on swearing. Don't say bad words. And no content is allowed that depicts, imitates, or promotes the possession of consumption of any THC products. Can you imagine all the kids sending in videos about how they love their vapes and how they can sneak them into classrooms and puff, 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 while your teacher's talking about math or other topics? Quote, do not imitate the use of THC, marijuana, or paraphernalia of any kind, even as a joke, it emphasizes. DEA isn't leading the anti-420 campaign, which is taking place amid a stalled administrative process to federally reschedule cannabis. Surprise! But the agency has developed a reputation for its awkward messaging and educational materials around youth drug use for youth. Yeah, DARE didn't work. DARE didn't work at all. In fact, I just watched a movie about, I think it was called How to Rob a Bank or something like that, about one of the most prolific bank robbers in the country. And this guy ran into banks. He made his own prosthetic masks, and he wore a DARE hat the entire time he stole from our banking system, which is pretty darn funny. For example, in 2023, DEA advised young people that rather than doing drugs, they should focus on becoming Instagram influencers. Oh, God, guys, seriously, the agents promoted tips on how to get a natural high. Right, because stalking people and becoming dependent on what everybody else thinks about you is really good natural high. They're calling it an alternative to drugs, sharing what it said were, quote, 7 better highs, such as becoming famous. That's a better high for you. Becoming famous on Instagram, playing video games and going to a pet store to look at animals. Okay, so there's this whole push for kids not to play video games, to not go and get obsessed and addicted to Instagram. But now you're saying it's okay. Yeah, going to pet stores to look at animals is fun until that goes really wrong too. The DEA is also known for its attempts to decode emojis that it claims are used to buy drugs. Come on, I'd like to see those. Beyond its youth outreach efforts, the DEA is actively considering a proposal to move cannabis from Schedule 1 to Schedule 3. See, you're contradicting yourself already, guys. Of the Controlled Substances Act, the CSA. Oh, yeah, I was supposed to get that information. But there have been lingering questions about whether the agency's leadership is actually supportive of the reform, even though it is meant to be the proponent of the proposed rule, and the process stalled late in former President Joe Biden's term due to administrative complications among hearing participants. Well, there you have it, folks. If you have a child and you want to go anti-weed, you can make a video for the DEA, but you cannot swear. Whatever you do, do not say a curse word. Damn it, that's no fun. Dun dun dun. I guess I don't get to make a video. All right. Let's see. All right. Yeah. What else is going on in the world? Well, there's a lot going on. But you're listening to Weedsday Wednesday. Each and every Wednesday from 8 to 9 a.m. We will get Cannabis Kid on air again someday. Silver Sister is actually here, but she's quiet as a church mouse. Whoop. She's giving the peace sign. Whoop, whoop. And you know me, I just can't stop talking. So let's see. Just a quick little advertisement for y'all.
Are chronic conditions holding you back from a happy, healthy life? Get on the right track with Tumbleweeds Health Center. Our CBD products are formulated to fit your health lifestyle.
I would definitely say that CBD has changed my life. I mean, I don't worry about my dog anymore, and I don't worry about sleeping anymore.
Tumbleweeds Health Center, voted #1 health center in Tucson, has created a proprietary number of CBD blends, each designed to promote health and well-being. Let Tumbleweeds Health Center show you how CBD products might help you improve your life the natural way.
Yeah, don't make a video and send it to us unless it's a good one. We did get a song made about us, which was really, really cool. That was super fun. Somebody thinks it was AI generated, and probably right. I don't know, because it was, I don't know. It may or may not have been. It's a cool song. I'll have to grab it and put it on here sometime. But thank you. You're listening to Weedsday Wednesday, brought to you by Tumbleweeds Health Center and the Good Leaf, now located at 6224 East Speedway Boulevard. Come on down, kids from the Midwest, from out there in the middle of nowhere. Come and see us. Come hang out. I would invite you to smoke a bong with me, but I'll sit in the room while you smoke it. There's nothing wrong with smelling weed. I can at least smell it until I can smoke it again. Lordy be. All right, kids, we're going to call it a day for Weedsday Wednesday. Thank you for tuning in. Thanks to the new listeners. Woo woo. We love new friends. We love having you tune in. High on life. Yeah. Is that one of the 7 highs that you can get? Like being famous on Instagram? They tell you don't go on Instagram to be famous, and now they're telling you to go on Instagram to be famous. Do I eat the egg? Do I not eat the egg? Is it good for me? Is it not? I don't know. As always, remember to be smart, be safe, and educate. We love you guys. We love being here. We love BSing with you. Thank you so much, Open Hour. Thank you, Master Solemn, and everyone else listening. Silver Sister, Amnesia, Little Mary, Cannabis Kid. Who else have we had on the show? There's somebody else that I want to acknowledge, but I'm not even remembering with our funny names that we come up with. Anyway, we love you guys. Have a great day. Smoke some weed for me. Smoke a lot of weed for me. And we'll see you next week. Have an awesome week, you guys. Woo-hoo. Be nice to each other. Love y'all. Happy Weedsday.
If you suffer from one of these medical conditions and have